Now we will have the Mahashivaratri puja. There's sometimes some devotees, they are confused because in the Belur Math calendar it is tomorrow. But according to the Tithi, we are in the right time. That tomorrow after day, that particular time will be over. So this is the best time. And Monday is the Shiva's day, and Monday we worship Swamiji also. So let us begin with the Shiva Pranam. The paper that has been given from the page 8, you can Shiva Pranam mantra. Page 8 is the Shiva Pranam. Om Namah Shivaya. Please repeat after me. Ritam Satyam Param Brahma Purusham Krishna Pingalam Urdharitam Virupaksham Vishwarupaya Vai Namo Namaha. Let us do it once again. Ritam Satyam Param Brahma Purusham Krishna Pingalam Urdharitam Virupaksham Vishwarupaya Vai Namo Namaha. Namah Shivaya Shantaya Karanatraya Hetabe Nivedayami Chatmanam Gatistam Parameshwara Tava Tattvam Na Janami Kidrishosi Maheshwara Yadrishosi Mahadeva Tadrishaya Namo Namaha. The conception of the Shiva is a great idea that and sometimes we find the Shiva as a separate philosophy, Shiva philosophy, the Pashupata philosophy. It says, has Shiva any form? Now we see just in front of us there is a picture of Lord Shiva. And here we find the 4 hands, and sometimes we find 2 hands. So obviously, some people are confused, and particularly those who are not knowing the Hinduism in that way, they can't understand why the same God, sometimes having 2 hands, sometimes having 4 hands. So the question is, Is Shiva having any form? And it has been beautifully answered. Sadhakasya tu rakshartham tasya rupam idam smritam. Smritam means imagined. Why it has been imagined? The form of the Shiva has been imagined. Sadhakasya tu rakshartham, to support or to protect the sadhakas. Who are known as sadhakas? Those who want to understand the truth, who wants to know the truth, those who wants to know why this life, where from we have come, after death where we will go, what is the purpose of human life? So all these, they are called sadhaka. Sometimes we can call this a philosophical questions, but after these questions, when one becomes sincere to understand the truth, so we call him sadhaka. Maybe in English we can call student, trying to understand the truth. And sadhaka and student are different. Sadhaka is sincere. He has already decided the goal and he has already accepted the path. Now he is traveling through that path to reach to that goal. So that is called sadhaka. Here it says, sadhakasya tu rakshartham. Those sincere travelers towards the goal of spirituality, the ultimate reality, this tasya means that truth which is formless, all-pervading consciousness. Rupam idam smritam. This type of form has been imagined. Not only in Shiva, you will find in many other gods and goddesses, they will always say Brahmana Rupa Kalpana. The Brahmana, all-pervading consciousness. Rupa Kalpana, we have imagined different forms. So the Kali, Durga, Shiva, Ganesha, and so many forms are there. Now to help the devotees, what is that form? Now it says, that is speciality of the Shiva. It says the head of the Shiva is known as Ishana. The Ishana is the head of the Shiva. His face is known as Tatpurusha. His chest, body is known as Aghora. And the back is known as Bhamadeva. And his feet is Saddhajata. Now why this type of name has been given? That is the philosophy. So that is a big discussion. Those who are interested, they can read. So different names have been given, and that is the form of the Shiva that we find. Now what is this creation? They call creation is Tripada or Chatuspada. The conception of Tripada, that means one who is the creator, then he has created two things. One conscious, another unconscious. So the conscious is known as Pati, that is Shiva, and the living beings are known as the Pashu. So that we have to understand that sometimes Swami Vivekananda, he mentioned, you were Pashu. Pashu usually means the animal, but here Pashu means the living beings, Pashu. And Pasha, Pasha means the insentient being, the one who is not having the consciousness. The Pati, Pashu and Pasha, these are the three creation. And to reach to the goal, it always says that you have to take Diksha. Diksha means initiation. And initiation means accepting an ideology. And according to that, you have to proceed. The moment we talk about the Shiva, immediately another thought comes is Shakti. The Shiva and Shakti. What is this Shiva? Shiva is Jnana Shakti. And Kali is the Karma Shakti. The Jnana and Karma. Those who are studying the Vedanta, they will immediately imagine the Shankaracharya. He says Jnana Karma Samuchaya Asambhava. As the combination of the Jnana knowledge and the work is impossible. That is completely different. We always get different type of questions because they don't understand the different viewpoints. Here, the Shiva Tantra, its Shakti means the power through which everything is happening. So one is Jnana, the knowledge, another is Kriya Shakti, through which every activities are coming. Now we can understand. So this is now it will come with so many questions will be raised. Why he has created, and ultimately what is happening. In the Bhakti Shastra, they say it is the divine play. And even in the Vedanta, they also accept the ekaham bahu shyama bhihi. I am alone, I like to be many. So the God, it thought suddenly that I am all alone, all-pervading consciousness, let me take different names and different forms, and by that way I will enjoy myself. So ekaham bahu shyamavihi. So that is the way this is called, in brief, the Shiva Tantra. Now Swami Vivekananda, he composed a beautiful, the Shiva Stotra. The meaning in English meaning has been given into your book that you can read if you want. Then let us chant the Shiva Stotram composed by Swami Vivekananda. Nikhila bhuvana janma stema bhanga paroha. If you got that? That is in page 10. On page 10 it is there. 10, page 10. You repeat after me. Nikhila bhuvana janma stema bhanga paroha. Akalita mahimana kalpita yatra tasmin subimala gaganabhe isha samstepya nishe mama bhavatu bhaveshmin bhasuro bhavabandha. Mama bhavatu bhaveshmin bhasuro bhavabandha. And I will repeat the first mantra again. The once you can understand, can read, then it will be easy to follow the other verses. And then you can chant a little louder, I think. Of course, many of you are fasting, I can understand. Nikhila bhuvana janma stema bhanga paroha akalita mahimana kalpita yatra tasmin subimala gaganabhe isha samstepya nishe mama bhavatu bhaveshmin bhasuro bhavabandha. Mama bhavatu bhaveshmin bhasuro bhavabandha. After long 2 years, all isolation, this is the first time we are inaugurating in-person meeting. And previously it was all online. Of course, online is going on, but still, many of you have come. And today is the Monday, is a working day. Still, you could come. That is wonderful. So we pray to that Lord Shiva that let all the problems go away and let the human society once again become united, progressive, joyful, happy everywhere. Nihata nikhila mohe dishata yatra rudha prakatita parapremna yo mahadeva sangaha ashithila parirambha prema rupasya yasya pranayati Hridi Vishwam Vyajamatram Vibhutvam Pranayati Hridi Vishwam Vyajamatram Vibhutvam Bahati Vipulabhata Purva Samskara Rupo Vidalati Balabrindam घूर्णिते ओर्मिमाला प्रचलति खलु युग्मम् युष्मद् अस्मद् प्रतीतम् You and me, Yushmad, Ashmad. Prachalati khalu yugmam Yushmad Ashmad Pratitam Ati Bikalita Rupam Naumi Chittam Shibastam Ati Bikalita Rupam Naumi Chittam Shivastam. We are, most of us, we know how Swami Vivekananda gave lectures in English, and that was the excellent English. Even today, he delivered the English in 1893 and onwards, a few years only. But even today, that is the wonderful English. Most of the people, they will be reading that to learn English. And he wrote in English. But we don't know he was well versed in Sanskrit too. And this is the one, the Sanskrit composition. I will tell you one small incident that happened in the life of Swami Vivekananda. Of course, that proves the love between the brothers, spiritual brothers. The Swami Vivekananda, when he returned back to India, whole India, and that time undivided India, right from Pakistan up to Burma and all those. So all were so happy that our hero has come back. And naturally, different type of people, they started coming and meeting, and he was giving a complete new shape in Hinduism. The Hinduism was completely taking a new shape. And some of the traditional people, they came to challenge Swamiji, and they told, you have to talk to us in Sanskrit. Swamiji accepted the challenge, Swami Vivekananda. And when they sat for the debate, you will wonder, Sri Ramakrishnanandaji, Swami Ramakrishnanandaji, he ran to the shrine and fervently prayed to Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. Naren is not having the practice in telling Sanskrit, because he was there in the Western world. Now these people, they have come, and they are, I'm sorry to say, narrow-minded people. They don't go for the actual thing, but for the grammatical mistake. And if he make any mistake, they will make it a farce. So please help my brother. So that is called spirituality. The spirituality, when there is no anger, no jealousy at all. He was also the disciple of Sri Ramakrishna. And when another disciple, Vivekananda, was getting so much popular, thousands of people, they were all coming to meet him, Ramakrishnanandaji was not at all unhappy. Rather, he was proud. And he wanted that his brother should not be defeated by these people, and he went and prayed to Sri Ramakrishna. So Vivekananda wrote many this type of stotras in Sanskrit. So we will complete this one. Janaka janita bhavo Britaya samskritascha aganana bahurupo yatra chaiko yathartha shamita brikriti bate yatra nantar bahischa tamaha haramide chitta britte nirodham tamaha haramide chitta britte nirodham golita timiramala shubhrateja prakasho dhabala kamala shobho jnana pujyatya hasa yami jana hridi gamyo nishkalam dhyayamana pranatu mabatu mamsa manaso rajahamsa pranatu mabatu mamsa manaso rajahamsa durita dalana daksham dakshajadatta dosham kalita kalikalankam kamra kalhara kantam parahita karanaya prana bichcheda pritam parahita karanaya prana bichcheda pritam natanayana niyuktam Neelakantham namamaha Natanayana niyuktam Neelakantham namamaha. So just when I was reading this, Parahita Karanaya Prana Bichcheda Pritam, happily one who can sacrifice his life for the betterment of others. He is Shiva or she is Shiva. So I was reading in the newspaper that the war that is going on in Europe, the Indian students, those who have come over there to study mostly the medical, many of them, they are all going back. They're eager to go back. They're eager to cross the border to other country. One girl, a young girl, she has not completed the study yet, and she was staying with a family. Now, the gentleman of that family has gone to border to fight, and only the ladies and the children are there. This girl ran to her parents in India and told, I cannot go back leaving them. This is the time I should be with them. I should give them encouragement, and if necessary, I will give whatever the knowledge I have learned as a doctor, as a medical profession, so to service, because this is the time I should be with them. Look at it. When 20,000 students, they are all fleeing back without thinking anything, this young lady, she told, it doesn't matter if I die, but I should be with them, because when in the good time, they were my friends, they helped me. So this is called Shivatva. The Shiva doesn't mean with a snake sitting over there. No. Shivatva means this. The Swami Vivekananda concluded this stotra by saying, Parahita karanaya, that to help the others, if one is ready to sacrifice his life, and at the same time, natanayana niyuktam, those who are completely free from the ego, the humble people, then they get the blessings of the Lord Shiva. That is Shivahood. ভাঙ্খে বিভোর ভোলানাথ ভূতগণ সঙ্গে নাচিছে ভাঙ্খে বিভোর ভোলানাথ ভূতগণ সঙ্গে নাচিছে সদা কালী 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 বলে মধুর ডমরু বাজিছে ভাঙ্খে বিভোর ভোলানাথ ভূতগণ সঙ্গে নাচিছে কালী 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 বলে মধুর ডমরু বাজিছে ভাঙ্খে বিভোর ভোলানাথ শিরেতে শোভিছে জটা জুট ফণি ললাটে শোভিছে দেবী মন্দাকিনী শিরেতে শোভিছে জটা জুট মণি ললাটে শোভিছে দেবী মন্দাকিনী চরণ প্লাবিয়া ভূধর ধরণী কুলু কুলু ধ্বনি করিছে চরণ প্লাবিয়া ভূধর ধরণী কুলু কুলু ধ্বনি করিছে ভাঙ্খে বিভোর ভোলানাথ ভূতগণ সঙ্গে নাচিছে ভাঙ্খে বিভোর ভোলানাথ বামেতে শোভিছে ভুবন মাতা কি কব রূপ কি কব কথা বামেতে শোভিছে ভুবন মাতা কি কব রূপ কি কব কথা চারিপাশে হেমলতা জড়িত তড়িত রয়েছে চারিপাশে হেমলতা জড়িত তড়িত রয়েছে ভাঙ্খে বিভোর ভোলানাথ ভূতগণ সঙ্গে নাচিছে ভাঙ্খে বিভোর ভোলানাথ সদা কালী 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 বলে মধুর ডমরু বাজিছে ভাঙ্খে বিভোর ভোলানাথ কর্ণেতে শোভিছে ধুতুরার ফুল ধুতুরা পানে আঁখি ডুলু ডুল কর্ণেতে শোভিছে ধুতুরার ফুল ধুতুরা পানে আঁখি ঢুলু ঢুলু কালী ধ্যানে ব্যাঘ্র চর্ম খসিয়া খসিয়া পড়িছে কালী ধ্যানে ব্যাঘ্র চর্ম খসিয়া খসিয়া পড়িছে ভাঙ্খে বিভোর ভোলানাথ ভূতগণ সঙ্গে নাচিছে ভাঙ্খে বিভোর ভোলানাথ This is a description of the Shiva, that he is as if taking the narcotics and then dancing with all the different his followers, and they call it bhuta. And sometimes we depict the word bhuta means ghost, very ordinary type of people. So they are with the Shiva. But actually the last line it says he's constantly meditating on goddess Kali. What is this Kali? It is the time. Kala in Sanskrit means time. And the Kali that is also related with the Kala. There's the time. There's the eternal time, a continuously things are happening, and sometimes it is destroying, again coming back, going on in that way. That is the Kriya Shakti, the active power of God. Imagining that, remembering that the creation, the Lord Shiva, who is the creator, is so happy, he is dancing. But it says that is a very ordinary type of dress he is wearing, the skin of the tiger, because he is living inside the jungle and he is meditating all the time. He is never caring for his body. So we have to understand by this way what's the teaching with the song. It is a prayer song. The teaching is we have to forget our body consciousness. We have to forget the attachment of these worldly things. Then only the joy will come, and then only we will go beyond the time and will become eternal. That is Shiva and Kali. This is the way they describe. And always, if you look at the mythology of the Hindus, the gods and goddesses, each and every one is having a carrier. The Shiva is having a carrier that is bull, and it has a name called Nandi. So Nandi, the bull, is sitting over there, is protecting the Shiva, and at the same time, he is carrying the Shiva in different places. This is a symbol. The India, basically, an agricultural society. So bull was very, very precious, and that is why they said the ordinary people, they always used to have the bulls to cultivate their land. The bull became the carrier of the Lord Shiva, who was so popular god. And bull is the symbol of power, strength, but at the same time very calm. So bull is the carrier of Shiva. It is also in a symbolic way. It says you should be very powerful, physically and mentally, also spiritually. But at the same time, you should not show your power. You should be calm. Then only you will get the Lord Shiva within your heart. You can be the carrier of Lord Shiva.
Om Adrakshaya Namaha, Om Hrim Ganatmane Namaha. Om Vamai Namaha, Om Jeshthai Namaha, Om Rudrai Namaha, Om Kalyai Namaha, Om Kalavikarane Namaha, Om Balavikarane Namaha, Om Balabrahmatine Namaha, Om Sarvapita Damane Namaha. Om Mananamai Namaha, Om Namah Bhagavate Sakala Guna Atma Shakti Yuktaya Anantaya Yoga Pithatmane Namaha.
Those who have taken the initiation, you can repeat the mantra while sitting quietly. Those who have not, you can repeat Om Namah Shivaya.
वामदेव ऋषि पंक्ति छंद ईशान देवता चतुर्वर्ग सिद्ध विनियोगः ओम वामदेव ऋषाय नमः ओम पंक्ति छंदसे नमः ओम वै ईशानाय देवताय नमः वै नमस्करं नमः नाम प्रजनिकं साहा मंगलम वश सिंह अनंतकं भूम बांगै छकं वश याम परतविष्टकं मस्ताय पर ओम विदाय नमः नाम श्री स्वाहा वाम शिखाय वश पिंक सिंह कवचाय भूम वाम नेत्रकं भूषक याम परतविष्टकं मस्ताय पर ओम नमो नमस्तु स्थानभूताय ज्योतिर्लिंगं अमितात्मने चतुर्मूर्ति पुच्छाय भासितांगाय संभवे ओम धैर्य नित्यं महेशं रजतगिरिनिभं चारुचन्द्रवदनं रत्नकल्पज्वलाङ्गं परशुमृगवराकीहस्तं प्रसन्नं पद्मासिनं समस्ता स्तुतममरबलैर्व्याघ्रकृत्यं वसानं विश्वादं विश्वबीजं निखिलभयहरं पञ्चवक्त्रं त्रिनेत्रम्
On page 7, you will find the Vivekananda Panchakam as the 5 stotras of the Lord about Swami Vivekananda. All of you know that Vivekananda's mother, she was praying for long 1 year, more than 1 year, to have the Shiva, the Lord, as her son. And not only that, she arranged with one of her relative who was living in the Benares, in Kashi, to worship the Lord Shiva. Every day she used to go and worship the Lord Shiva. So after the year, the Lord became happy and a son was born, and they gave the name Bireshwara. Bireshwara by the name of that Lord Shiva. And lovingly they used to call him Bile. Swami Vivekananda had that attitude of Lord Shiva. Never cared for his body, never cared for anything. But he was always having the great love for this the human being. So he wanted to serve them. This Shiva, in the form of Swami Vivekananda, once in the Belur Math, another direct disciple who was staying in the next room, those who have visited the Belur Math, I am imagining that room, so many times we went there. The Swamiji was staying inside that, in that room. Another brother, he got up in the midnight, he was passing through that room, maybe he was going to the restrooms, and saw the light is coming out from the room of Swami Vivekananda, thinking that the brahmachari who was serving the Swami Vivekananda has forgotten to put up the light. He opened the door And he found that it is Swami Vivekananda, he is meditating, and thousands of Shiva lingas are coming out from his person. And thousands. Whole room was full with the small Shiva lingas, this form. And that was the light he saw. So Vivekananda was the Lord Shiva. His Guru Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, when Swami Vivekananda will understand his real nature, then he will give up his body. When Swamiji went to Amarnath, a famous place in the Kashmir, pilgrim place, and that is the Lord Shiva's place, Amarnath. From then onwards, after visiting and worshipping the Amarnath, he understood his real nature, and he said, and no more, my task is done, my mission is over, I have to go back to my own abode. So Vivekananda is the Shiva. Swami Brahmananda ji was the president of the order. And the Brahmanandaji's picture is here, you can see in the center, just below Sri Ramakrishna. So he was the president of the Ramakrishna order. The one day, Swami Vivekananda, they were friends and childhood friends. The Vivekananda asked Brahmanandaji to come and massage his feet. And Brahmanandaji immediately, very happily went, and he did that. And after an hour or so, when he came back, perspiring, because you can see he was a little heavy. So after that, when he was coming out, Brahmanandaji's disciple told, you are the president of the order, why should you do this messaging to Vivekananda? Then he immediately said, don't say that, don't never ever say that. He is not Vivekananda, he is the Shiva. I have served the Lord Shiva. He was considered, and he was truly the Lord Shiva. And sometimes we always mistake, we always think Shiva means he must be having matted hair, and there must be a snake, at least if not two, one will do, at least one snake. These are all wrong conception. The Shiva means the love that embraces each and everyone. As I was telling, always ready to sacrifice for the betterment of others. That love, that is Shivahood. If we truly like to serve Shiva, we must develop that attitude. Now we will chant from this page 7. Vivekananda Panchakam. Pancha means 5, the 5 stotra. You repeat after me. Anita drisheshu bibicya nityam tasmin samadhata ihasmalilaya viveka vairagya vishuddha chitam yosau viveki tamaham namami. Aham namami, I am saluting, I am offering my respect to you. Viveka jananda nimagna chitta chittam viveka danaika vinodashilam viveka bhasa kamaniya kantim vivekinam tam satatam namami. Ritancha vijnanam adhisrayatayat nirantaram chadi madhyantahinam sukham surupam prakaroti yasya anandamurtim tamaham namami. Suryo yatha dhamhi tamo nihanti Vishnu yatha dushta janan chinati. Giving the example how Vivekananda helped the humanity. As the sun that dispels the darkness, when the sun rising, all darkness vanishes, goes away. As the Vishnu, the great Lord, punishing the devilish people, similarly, tathaiva yasya khila netralobham rupam tritapam vimukhi karoti. Tritapam. Tapa means the misery. The three different types of problems are there. One that comes from the nature, another from the different beings, and third from the own person, his physical body, a different type of ailments, etc. So these three different type of problems, that we can go beyond that with the help of Swami Vivekananda's blessings. So that is Vivekananda helping the humanity. How? It's very simple. Vivekananda's philosophy, he wrote to Sister Nivedita, his disciple, and when she was asking, what is your philosophy? Then Swami Vivekananda said, my philosophy can be said in 2 sentences. To make people aware about their divinity and to help them to manifest it. That was the philosophy of Vivekananda, to make people aware of their divinity. So that divinity is nothing but love and unselfishness. We are already having that love and unselfishness, but we always try to make it very small. We don't like to go out. Maximum people, they only love their kith and kin, their family members. Some will be loving their own the society, maybe country, maybe linguistic group, that much. But they cannot go beyond that. When one can break all those bondages and can embrace each and every one, with that love, he or she immediately realizes the God. So Swamiji is teaching that. Tam deshikendram paramam pavitram vishwasya palam madhuram yatindram. Yati means sannyasi. Yati means the renouncers. And Indra is the lord of those who love to renounce or who have renounced. Yatindram. Tam deshikendram paramam pavitram. And pavitrata, that is purity, is nothing but unselfishness. Pavitram. Vishwasya palam madhuram yatindram hitaya nrinam naramurti mantam viveka ananda aham namami. That great Lord who has taken the human form, naramurti mantam, as viveka ananda. Viveka means discrimination. And what is that discrimination? That everything that we see in this world are temporary. And God is the only reality. Constantly one is aware of that, and that is called Viveka Ananda. I bow down to Him. Hitaya nrinam naramurti mantam viveka ananda aham namami. Namasriyati Rajaya Vivekananda Suraye Satchit Sukha Swarupaya Swamine Tapaharine Swamine Tapaharine. In Bhagavad, Uddhava, he is asking Lord Krishna how to go beyond this bondage, this misery. The Krishna, with many things, he said, you must have sadhu sangha. Sadhu sangha means the company of the holy. Then company of the holy. Now again, the Uddhava, he was a very intelligent person, and he said, whom do you consider as a sadhu? Whom do you consider as a holy person? And then the Krishna, Lord Krishna, is giving the 28 different qualities. If you find these qualities in someone, he is a sadhu. He is a real, a pure soul. If you have his company, that is sufficient to realize me. And the beginning itself, he said, what are the qualities that person should have? The first word that the Krishna mentioned, Lord Krishna, is Kripalu. He must be very kind-hearted. Kripalu. The Swami Vivekananda, he is a staunch Vedantin. He brought Vedanta in the West. And he used to talk about Vedanta all the time. The one day he was giving a class to the brahmacharis and monks in Belur Math. And that is the time our Girish Ghosh, a householder devotee of Sri Ramakrishna, he was going to take a bath in the Ganga. Seeing the Girish Ghosh, then Swamiji said, the Girish, all through your life, you are only doing the drama. He was an actor, composer. All through your life, you are doing all those. You have not read the Vedanta. The Girish was there, and he could, and writing the drama means, you can understand, he was having so much command over the words. And he used to act on the stage. So he knew how to express it. Then he said, Naren, can your Vedanta remove the suffering of the orphans? Can your Vedanta wipe the tears of the widows? And he was going on describing all the sufferings of the people. That Vedantin Vivekananda, he left the class and crying, he went inside his room and closed the door. Then the Girish was telling his disciples, see, I respect and love your Guru not for the Vedanta, but for the kind heart that he is having. I was just simply describing, it was not reality. But even hearing that, the suffering of the people, he started crying. So that is called sadhu. The holy person means he is having that soft, kind heart. Otherwise, he is not a holy. So Bhagavan Sri Krishna giving the advice to the Uddhava, that you must have the holy company. And Swami Vivekananda, when we read about him, that is the holy company. The Girish Chandra Ghosh, as we were discussing about him, he has composed a 4-line, we can say 2 lines, a song on the Shiva. O Shiv Ghuchao Amar Monere Bhram, Bam 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 Ba Bam Bam. O Lord Shiva, remove all doubts from my mind. And then bum, 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 that is the holy sound for the Shiva. As Om is the holy sound for the Vedanta, and Bum is the holy sound for Shiva. O Shiv Ghuchao Amar Monere Bhram, Bam 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 Ba Bam Bam. আমি তোমা বিনে হয়ে আছি বাঁশবাগানের কানাডোম। আমি তোমা বিনে হয়ে আছি বাঁশবাগানের কানাডোম। বম 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 বম। ও শিব ঘুচাও আমার মনের ভ্রম। বম 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 বম। Here the Girish is mentioning Kana means the blind and Dome is a low caste person. You know, in India the casteism has come by mistake, of course. It has come, and those who are the low caste, no one will go and touch them. And the person is a low caste, at the same time is a blind, and he has lost in the jungle of the bamboos. I don't know whether you have seen the bamboo jungle or not. It's a terrible place, the bamboo jungles. Even the tigers won't go there. So only the jackals and the snakes, they go. So there he has lost the path. So he is describing like this: without you, O Lord Shiva, I am lost in the jungle of bamboos. Moreover, I can't see, and I am low caste, low born. So who will help me? So please come. That is the wonderful idea. Oh Lord, if you come to me, then only everyone will love me. But how to worship Shiva? Very simple. Shire dhali ganga bari, খুশি হবেন ত্রিপুরারি। শিরে ঢালি গঙ্গা বাড়ি। The Ganges water, if you are pouring on Shiva, he is very happy and nothing else. Here we are adding the milk and the honey, the yogurt, but Ganga water is sufficient for Shiva. শিরে ঢালি গঙ্গা বাড়ি, খুশি হবেন ত্রিপুরারি। Tripurari, the Pura means the palace, you can say, and there were 3 demons. They got the blessings from the Lord Brahma, and they were creating problem for all good people, and they were having the floating palaces. 3 brothers, 3 demon brothers, with the power of the blessings of Brahma, they were floating, and they are going and creating problem and coming away. And how to kill them? So only the Shiva can do. Why? You cannot kill a single brother. If you have to kill them, you have to kill all the 3 together. So this is all the mythological way to teach the truth. Then only Shiva, he was the master of meditation, concentration. So he took that trident and threw in such a way that all the 3 brothers were killed at a time. So Tripurari. So from there he got the name Tripurari, by destroying the 3 Pura, the floating palaces. And he will be very happy if you pour the Ganga Bari. And here we are giving so many, he must be happy. Shire dhali Ganga Bari, খুশি হবেন ত্রিপুরারি। ঘুচিবে ভব বাড়ি, ঘোড়ার ডিম করবে জম। This is a very peculiar Bengali, very special Bengali. Those who have born and brought up in the villages, they will only understand this. That is, ঘোড়ার ডিম. The horse cannot lay the egg. That means nothing is going to happen. Who? The Yama. Yama means the king of death. And he cannot give the punishment. Why? Because Shiva is with you. Ghuchibe bhavo bari. Bhava means this world. So all the sufferings of the world, we can go beyond that if the Lord Shiva is with you. O Shiv ghuchao amar monere bhram, bam 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 bam. ও শিব ঘুচাও আমার মনের ভ্রম, বম 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 বম। আমি তোমা বিনে হয়ে আছি বাঁশবাগানের কানাডম, আমি তোমা বিনে হয়ে আছি বাঁশবাগানের কানাডম, বম 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 বম। শিরে ডালি গঙ্গাবাড়ি, খুশি হবেন ত্রিপুরারি। শিরে ডালি গঙ্গাবাড়ি, খুশি হবেন ত্রিপুরারি। ঘুচিবে ভববাড়ি, ঘুচিবে ভববাড়ি, ঘোড়ার ডিমে করবে জম, বম 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 বম। ও শিব ঘুচাও আমার মনের ভ্রম, বম 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 বম। ও শিব ঘুচাও আমার মনের ভ্রম, bum 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 bum. In the midnight, at about 2:00 morning, in the Kashi, the Benares, if you go out towards the Ganga, you will find so many monks. They are all going to take bath, and now and then they are shouting bum bum bum. That is a symbol of Shiva, Hara Hara Mahadeva. The once they say Hara Hara, all around people will say Mahadeva. That is the beautiful experience. And recently I heard, next time when I go to India, we must visit Kashi, that it has been very open, right from the Ganga we can come. The government of India has done a great job over there. So that we can go and straight we can see the Shiva. So this is the Kashi. A little away, a few 100 miles, there's a Vrindavan. 24 hours the Kirtan is going on. And he is the disciple of Vrindavan, our Joe. And Vrindavan, if you go, they never stop chanting the name of Lord Krishna. 24 hours. This place or that place or that. This is the beautiful cities. They never stop taking the name of God. Early morning till late night, someone or other will go on chanting. One side is Shiva, another is Krishna, but no fighting. This is the beauty of the Hinduism. Swami Vivekananda also composed a song in Bengali about Shiva. This is also a very simple song. Tathaiya tathaiya nache bhola, tathaiya tathaiya nache bhola, bam bab baje gal, bam bab baje gal, ডিমি 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 ডমরু বাজে, দুলিছে কপাল মাল, তাথইয়া তাথইয়া নাচে ভোলা. The Shiva, he is the creator of the culture. And when we talk, we say that sentence, the word, that has also come, that is also a great discussion is there on that. Then afterwards, along with that came the poems, then the song, then finally the finest culture came with the dancing. Because through the word we can express something, through poems also in a very rhythmic way, and with the musical way through the song. But without saying anything, just through dancing with the expression of the body, the whole story is said. That the dancing is the great culture. And Shiva is the creator of that dancing. And Swami Vivekananda writes that he is dancing in his own joy. He is not depending on anything. And he is not having any musical instrument. he is only making the sound from the mouth and he is very happy. Tathaiya tathaiya nache bhola, bam baba baje gal, dimi 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 damaru baje, dimi 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 damaru baje, duliche kapal mal, tathaiya tathaiya nache bhola. गरजे गंगा जटा माजे, उगरे अनल त्रिशूल राजे, गरजे गंगा जटा माजे, उगरे अनल त्रिशूल राजे, धक 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 मौली बंद, धक 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 मौली बंद, जले शशांक भाल, ताथैया ताथैया नाचे भोला, ताथैया ताथैया नाचे भोला. The Ganga is highly respected in Indian society. Though it is a river, but it is the longest river and it goes through the different parts of India. Right from Himalaya, it goes down to the east and mixed with the ocean in Bay of Bengal. And that is the symbol of unity in diversity. The Indian different culture, different language, and different atmosphere, but the Ganga is flowing through everything and ultimately mixing with the ocean. Then ocean is the symbol of greatness. So that's why the Ganga is highly respected. And where from the Ganga came, if you find the two groups of Hindus, one is the Vaishnavas, the Vrindavan. So they are the worshipper of Vishnu. They say the Ganga is coming from the holy feet of Lord Vishnu. And another group is the Shiva, Shaivite. They say the Ganga is coming from the head of the Lord Shiva, from his matted hair. So both are taking the credit of Ganga, and it is flowing either from Shiva, connected with Shiva, or with the Vishnu. Indians, they never polluted that water because they knew it is coming from the holy person of the God, either Shiva or Vishnu. Then we wanted to teach them the science, and that made the whole problem. Indian understand everything through religion. So Swami Vivekananda said, if we told them that it is coming from the holy person of the Lord, either Vishnu or Shiva, then it would have been the water could be saved. But anyway, that is the reason Ganga is so pure. On the bank of the Ganga, all the civilization developed. On the bank of the Ganga, all the famous ashramas, the holy places developed. Ma Sharadamani Devi was she was fond of Ganga, and all the time she used to look at the Ganga. And if you go to Belur Math, you will find her temple facing the Ganga, and the temple's back is facing the door, the main gate. People are coming from the back side, then going to meet the mother. Mother is constantly looking at the Ganga. So Ganga is very pure. And we have to understand it is not the water, it is the culture. And that culture is purity. What is that culture? Unity in diversity. We are united, though apparently we are different. Braja. Over.
ओम एकेकन पुष्पे सर्वाय श्रीमुक्ताय नमः। ओम एकेकन पुष्पे भवाय जगन्मुक्ताय नमः। ओम एकेकन पुष्पे रुद्राय उन्मुक्ताय नमः। ओम एकेकन पुष्पे उग्राय वायुमुक्ताय नमः। ओम एकेकन पुष्पे भीमाय आकाशमुद्राय नमः। ओम एकेकन पुष्पे पशुपतये यजमानमुद्राय नमः। ओम एकेकन पुष्पे महादेवाय सोममुद्राय नमः।
So let us chant this famous stotra, Vishwanatha Ashtakam. The 8 verses dedicated to Lord Vishwanath. It is on page 8. Page 8, the Vishwanatha Ashtakam. Ganga Taranga Ramaniya. You sing loudly, and this is beautiful. Just you are singing, you will feel the purity. Ganga Taranga Ramaniya. Jata Kalapam Gauri Nirantara Vibhu Shitabama Bhagam Narayana Priyamananga Madapaharam Varanasi Purapatim Bhaja Vishwanatham. When you are saying Bhaja Vishwanatham, Varanasi Purapatim, Bhaja Vishwanatham, you can imagine the first verse you are giving the Ganga water, second verse you are pouring the milk, then the third again it is the yogurt, fourth is the honey, and again fifth you are pouring the Ganga water. Like that if you can do, it will be, so everything is mine. If you take your mind to that famous Shiva temple in the Benares, Kashi, and you think that you are pouring, then you are truly today in this holy night, we will be worshipping the Kashi Vishwanatha. So I repeat again. Ganga Taranga Ramaniya Jata Kalapam Gauri Nirantara Vibhushita Bhamabhagam Narayana Priya Mananga Madapaharam Varanasi Purapatim Bhaja Vishwanatham. Remember that the beautiful Shiva inside the temple, and you are pouring the Ganga water. Varanasi Purapatim Bhaja Vishwanatham. Vachama gochara aneka Guna sarupam Bhagisha Vishnu Surasebita Padapitam Bhamena Vigraha Varena Kalatrabantam. This time milk we are pouring. Varanasi Purapatim Bhaja Vishwanatham. Varanasi Purapatim Bhaja Vishwanatham. Bhutadhipam Bhujagabhu Shanabhushitangam Vyagrajinam Baradharam Jatilam Trinetram Pashankusha Bhayabara Pradashula Panim. Now let us pour the yogurt. Varanasi Purapatim Bhaja Vishwanatham. Varanasi Purapatim Bhaja Vishwanatham. Shitangshu Shobhita Kirita Virajamanam Bhalekshananala Vishoshita Panchabanam Nagadhiparachitabha Shurakarnapuram. This time honey. Varanasi Purapatim Bhaja Vishwanatham. Varanasi Purapatim Bhaja Vishwanatham Panchananam Duritamatta Matanga Janam Nagantakam Danujapunga Nagantakam Danujapunga Paganaganam. Achha. Now let us from the beginning we will do Panchananam Duritamatta Matanga Janam Nagantakam Danujapung Gabapanyaganam Dabanalam Maranashoka Jaratabinam Varanasi Purapatim Bhaja Vishwanatham. This time again we are pouring Ganga water. Varanasi Purapatim Bhaja Vishwanatham. Now we have given all the water and the milk. Now we have to clean it. So this mantra will be cleaning the Lord Shiva. Tejomayam sagunani Gunamaditiyam Anandakandamapara Jitamaprameyam Nadatmakam Shakalanishkalamatma Rupam Shkalamatma Rupam Varanasi Purapatim Bhaja Vishwanatham. With a fresh towel, a dry towel, you are slowly cleaning the Lord Shiva. Varanasi Purapatim Bhaja Vishwanatham. Now we have to give the flower and dress him up. Asham Bihaya Parihritya Parasya Nindam Paparatincha Sunibarja Manasamadho Adaya Hrit Kamala Madhya Gatam Paresham Varanasi Purapatim Bhaja Vishwanatham. I saw how they dress up. The small little Shivalinga, but slowly, the highly trained priest, they will be decorating with the flower the garland, and the small little Shivalinga will become like this big with all the dress. So we are also putting the flower and the bay leaf. Varanasi Purapatim Bhaja Vishwanatham. Now we'll be offering the food to the Lord Shiva, and by that way we will conclude our puja. Ragadi dosharahitam Swajunanuragam Vairagya Shanti Nilayam Girija Sahayam Madhurya Dhairya Subhagam Garalabhiramam Varanasi Purapatim Bhaja Vishwanatham Varanasi Purapatim Bhaja Vishwanatham Varanasi Purapatim Bhaja Vishwanatham. Natha means the master. Abhishwa means the universe, is the master of the universe. So that is Lord Shiva. Now we are in the last part of our puja. But friends, those who have sincerely imagined that you were into that holy temple of Kashi and worshipping with all the ingredients, then decorating the Lord and then offering the food, you are truly worship the Lord Shiva in Kashi. And the Shiva's great mantra, Om Namah Shivaya. If you can chant minimum 108 times, it will be a great beneficial benefit you will get, spiritual benefit. So when our pujari will do the arati, we will chant Om Namah Shivaya again and again. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Shivaya Namayom, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namayom, Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Shivaya Namayom, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namayom, Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Shivaya Namayom, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namayom, Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Shivaya Namayom, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namayom, Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Shivaya Namayom, Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Shivaya Namayom, Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Shivaya Namayom, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namayom, Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Shivaya Namayom, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namayom, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namayom, Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Shivaya Namayom, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namayom. Try to forget that you are sitting over here in Chicago, imagining that on the bank of the Ganga, you are taking the name of Lord Shiva in Kashi, all alone, and there is no one except the Lord Shiva. And he is standing on the Ganga up to the sky, the huge Lord Shiva. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namayom, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya Namayom, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namayom, Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Shivaya Namayom, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namayom, Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Shivaya Namayom, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namayom, Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Shivaya Namayom, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namayom, Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Shivaya Namayom, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namayom, Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Shivaya Namayom, Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Shivaya Namayom, Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Shivaya Namayom, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namayom, Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Shivaya Namayom, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namayom, Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Shivaya Namayom, Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namah, Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Shivaya Namah, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namah, Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Shivaya Namah, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namah, Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Shivaya Namah, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namah. Hara Hara Mahadev, Hara Hara Mahadev, Hara Hara Mahadev, Hara Hara Boom Boom, Hara Hara Boom Boom, Hara Hara Boom Boom. जय भगवान श्री राम कृष्ण देव की जय, जय महामाई की जय, जय स्वामी जी महाराज जी की जय, जय स्वामी ब्रह्मानंद महाराज की जय, जय बुद्ध देव की जय, जय जीशु की जय, जय गंगा माई की जय, शिव की जय, जय महादेव की हर 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 हर